What's up, guys? Quick one for today. It's Saturday, and last night, or actually the night before, so it's been a full 24 hours since I put my Pilot Sports on, the ones I showed you in the previous video. These are 285s, so they are 10 millimeters wider than the stock provided F1's. Anyway, these fill out the fender well a little bit more than the F1's. Something I've noticed about the F1's that irritated me, just a couple of observations. They didn't do a very good job of protecting the wheel, the rim lip or the edge of the rim. These seem to do a lot better. I mean, look at how recessed it is. Maybe the previous owner of my car wouldn't have destroyed his rims if he'd had a little more protection. All right, so let's review the condition of this F1. Number one, it has no tread on it. That might be okay for midsummer, but right now where the temperature is average, 55 degrees, some days it's in the 20s here in Texas, some days it's in the upper 70s. Weather here is unpredictable and strange at best. But with that said, I was sliding all over the place with these, and you can see why at first glance. So let's get really close. I'm sorry, it's kind of overcast and cloudy and gross today, so I don't have very good weather to work with. But you can see we've got kind of a high side over here. You can see we've got a ridge here and a ridge here where it's worn off right to the edge. So these are shot. What did I find out as soon as I put the Pilot Sports on? I found out that there's a reason for the rear end making noises when I was making a turn. And that's because the tires are shot and they're ridged. So I'm not saying that could be the only reason. I'm going to keep it open for observation. I'm going to keep watching, but that was my problem anyway. And I'll keep an eye on this and an ear, so to speak, and we'll make sure. Here's the other observation about this tire that I've made, and it may just be because this one's worn out, but you can see that it kind of really sags off on this side. And you can see it kind of really sags off on this side, but not as bad because this was probably the outer, the side facing out. And someone will, I'm sure, will undoubtedly see the nail that's in there. It doesn't come through. Yeah, Run Flats did its job. Kept me from having a flat whenever I picked up that nail. But this tire being ridged means, and you can also see where it's kind of low right in there. This means that not all of the tire was making equal contact with the pavement. And so you're gonna slip and slide everywhere, and it's dangerous. So aside from the new tires being 10 millimeters wider and having a heavy, a corner, an edge, to the way the shape of the tire is, means that more of the tire is going to remain in contact with the ground. So let's go look at that. All right, so I got a light here. Let's see if this helps us to see the shape of the tire and how wide it is. You can see very little of the tire is up off the ground right at the edges. You can see, too, something else I like is how much of this sidewall protrudes past the edge of the rim, which just means that more of the edge of the rim is going to be protected. And maybe the original owner of this car who destroyed the rims with road rash in under 5,000 miles wouldn't have had such a problem if the F1's did more protection on the edge of the rim. His driving probably did that as well. Now, if you can see this, today it is really wet and gross and misty, and there are actually some microbursts as I was driving back from a friend's house last night. When I left, my car was spotless, and you can see it's all wet, and there's stuff not just water, not just dirt, but there's road dirt that has been slung all over the back of my car, and that's really gross. So I'm gonna need to do some sort of flap, something incognito, something black, that keeps some of that stuff that's being slung off those back tires and back underneath the car and swirling all over the back of it. I'm gonna have to do something about that, because that's a lot of abrasives all over the back of my car. So that's just, add that to the further list of 2017 things I want to do. Anyway, my studs came for my rear hubs, and be looking really soon for a video. I'm gonna knock out those studs and put my 10mm spacers on so we can pop those rear tires out of those recesses in the fender wells a little more. Hope you have a good weekend, guys. See you soon.